It is Thursday, January 22nd, and winter is firmly tightening its grip across Canada. The dominant theme from coast to coast continues to be cold, driven by a disrupted polar vortex that is allowing repeated surges of Arctic air to spill southward. This is not a brief cold snap. This is a pattern, and it is setting the tone not just for today, but for the days ahead and into the weekend. Let's start out west, where conditions are calmer compared to the rest of the country, but still not completely quiet. British Columbia is once again dealing with widespread low cloud and fog, especially across the lower mainland, Fraser Valley, and areas near the Strait of Georgia. This fog is dense at times during the morning and can significantly reduce visibility for drivers, particularly in low-lying areas and near waterways. Through the afternoon, some improvement is possible, but many areas will remain gray and overcast. Temperatures across coastal British Columbia are close to seasonal norms, and there are no major storms expected through today or Friday. Inland areas see cooler conditions, but still nothing extreme. As we head into the weekend, the fog pattern gradually weakens, allowing for brighter periods, especially during the afternoon hours. Looking ahead, there are signs that Pacific moisture could finally move onshore early next week, but until then, British Columbia remains mostly dry, stable, and relatively mild compared to the rest of the country. Moving east into the prairies, the story changes dramatically. Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba remain under the influence of deep Arctic air. This is some of the coldest air of the season so far, and it is widespread. Morning temperatures across much of Saskatchewan and Manitoba are in the -20s, with some northern communities approaching -30. Daytime highs struggle to recover, remaining well below freezing. Across Alberta, cloud cover increases at times today, particularly in central and southern regions. Light snow is possible near the foothills and higher elevations, including areas west of Calgary and toward the Rocky Mountains. Snowfall amounts remain light, generally just a couple of centimeters at most, but even light snow can cause slick conditions given how cold the ground temperatures are. Winds across the prairies are not especially strong, generally ranging between 15 and 30 kilometers per hour, but even modest winds make a big difference when temperatures are this low. Wind chill values plunge quickly, making it feel dangerously cold outdoors. Frostbite can occur on exposed skin in a matter of minutes, and prolonged outdoor activity should be limited. Manitoba remains entrenched in bitter cold, with little relief in sight. Areas like Brandon, Thompson, and surrounding communities continue to experience temperatures in the -20s and colder. Churchill and the far north see similar conditions, with occasional light snow and blowing snow reducing visibility at times. Again, snowfall is not the issue here. The cold itself is the primary hazard. Now shifting focus into Ontario, where winter weather becomes more active. Lake effect snow continues to impact areas east and southeast of the Great Lakes. Regions east of Georgian Bay, along the eastern shores of Lake Huron, and parts of Muskoka and Parry Sound remain under the threat of snow squalls. These squalls can produce sudden bursts of heavy snow, rapidly reducing visibility and making travel extremely difficult in a short amount of time. Even if snow is not actively falling, blowing snow remains a major concern. Gusty winds continue across southern and central Ontario, lifting loose snow and creating near whiteout conditions in open areas. This makes driving hazardous, particularly on highways and rural roads. Through today and into Friday, winds gradually shift, which will cause snow squall bands to move and redevelop in different areas. Some locations may see repeated bursts of snow, while others experience only brief impacts. Snowfall totals will vary significantly over short distances. Toronto and the immediate GTA may see limited snowfall today, but colder air continues to filter in. Temperatures drop further as we move into Friday and the weekend. Wind chill values will make it feel much colder than the thermometer suggests, especially near the lakeshore. Looking ahead to the weekend and early next week, increasing cloud cover signals a developing system that could bring more widespread snow to parts of southern Ontario. While confidence continues to grow that this system will have significant impacts south of the border, there is still uncertainty regarding how much snow reaches southern Ontario and southern Quebec. This is something to monitor closely over the next several days. In Quebec, conditions today are relatively quiet, but cold air is gradually building. Montreal and southern Quebec see temperatures near -2 today with occasional flurries. As we move into Friday and Saturday, colder air settles in, pushing temperatures below seasonal averages. Snowfall remains light for now, but cloud cover increases heading into the weekend. Northern Quebec remains much colder, with temperatures well into the -teens and 20s. Wind chill values are significant, and outdoor conditions remain harsh. Any snow that falls will be light, but persistent cold continues to be the main concern. Turning to Atlantic Canada, the weather becomes more mixed. Mainland Nova Scotia may see periods of rain or snow today, depending on location and elevation. Inland areas are more likely to see snow, while coastal regions may experience rain or a mix, especially during the daytime hours. Cold air moving over relatively warmer ocean waters creates the potential for sea effect and ocean-enhanced snow, particularly in exposed coastal regions. Winds increase across Atlantic Canada today, especially near the Bay of Fundy and across Newfoundland. Gusts could exceed 80 km/h in some areas, particularly along exposed coastlines and higher terrain. These strong winds may lead to localized power disruptions and difficult travel conditions. Despite the gusty winds and periods of snow or rain, widespread major impacts are not expected today. Temperatures across Atlantic Canada are milder compared to central Canada, with places like Halifax near 5 degrees. However, colder air gradually moves in as we head into Friday and the weekend, bringing temperatures down and increasing the chance of snow. Late in the weekend and into early next week, attention turns to a potentially stronger storm system approaching Atlantic Canada. This system could bring heavier precipitation, stronger winds, and colder conditions. While it is too early to determine exact impacts, the signal is strong enough to warrant close monitoring. Overall, the pattern across Canada remains locked in winter mode. Arctic air dominates the prairies and central Canada, lake-effect snow continues to impact Ontario, and Atlantic Canada prepares for changing conditions as colder air advances eastward. This is a long-duration cold pattern, not a short-lived event, and it will continue to influence weather across the country for several more days. If you have travel plans, outdoor work, or long commutes, preparation is essential. Dress for extreme cold, allow extra time on the roads, and stay updated as conditions evolve. Winter is fully in control, and January is reminding everyone just how powerful it can be.